One may now take your seat. Carl Sagan, the physicist, once said, somewhere something incredible is waiting to be known. And when academicians and engineers gather with intention, such discoveries begin their journey. A very good morning to you all. My name is and I will serve as your Master of Ceremonies for this inaugural function of the 4th International Conference on Recent Trends in Mechanical Engineering Sciences, RTIMES 2025, hosted by the Departments of Mechanical, Aeronautical, Automobile and Marine Engineering and Srinivas Institute of Technology. But Mahatma Gandhi once said, prayer is not asking, it's a longing of the soul. I now invite Srinivas and Steve to lead us in a word of prayer. Kindly rise. Thank you, Srinivas and team, for that heartful invocation. Epicurus wisely said, the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence was for your best. To formally open today's conference and outline its vision, I now invite Professor Jayaraj, Organizing Secretary of RTIMES 2025, to deliver the matters and a brief on the program.
Good morning, everyone. Respected dignitaries on the dais, HODs of various departments, faculty members, the participants, external participants, as well as the students. We have all gathered here for the inaugural function of 4th International Conference on Recent Trends in Mechanical Engineering Sciences, that is RTIMES 2025. The conference series actually started in the year 2022, the first edition of the RTIMES, and we had the 3 editions finished in the 2024, and this year we have the 4th edition. And for the last 2 editions, we had partnered with AIT publications for publishing the papers that we received here. And this year we have the privilege of getting our papers published by IOP publications, and they are going to publish our papers in the Journal of Physics conference series. And this year we have received around 45 papers, both from our internal participants and also external participants. We have received papers from colleges like NIT, MIT, MC Hassan, and also the other neighboring colleges around here. And we'll be deliberating these papers in 6 parallel sessions, starting from the 11:15 today, morning 2 parallel sessions, in the afternoon 2 parallel sessions. And tomorrow morning we have 1 parallel session. And also we have arranged 2 keynote sessions today, one in the morning at 10 o'clock, soon after the synodal function. That is by Dr. Manjaya, who is an assistant professor at NIT Warangal. And one more we'll have it in the afternoon, that is by Dr. K.V. Shivprasad, who is an assistant professor research, Durham University, UK. Yeah, so with this introduction to the RTIMES 2025, I would like to now welcome the guest of today's inaugural function. At the outset, I would like to welcome Dr. Ramakrishna Hegde, sir, who is the Dean at SU UIT Mumbai. On behalf of the organizing team of RTIMES 25 and also on behalf of SIT, I hold heartily welcome you. We have with us as the president of today's program, Dr. Gopalakrishna Bhatt, sir, who is the HOD of Chemistry Department. I welcome you, sir. We also have with us Dr. Shankar K.S., the HOD of Mechanical Engineering Department, and also the conference chair of RTIMES 25. I welcome you. I also welcome all the participants, specifically the external participants who have come here in person, and also some of them are joining us online. So I welcome all the external participants of RTIMES 25. I also welcome all the HODs of various departments, the faculty members of various departments, and also from all the 4 departments who are organizing this conference: Aeronautical Department, Automobile Department, Mechanical and Engineering Department. I welcome all of you. And finally, I would like to welcome all the participants who have gathered here, student participants who have gathered here for this conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor, for your words of insight and encouragement. A flower cannot bloom without sunshine, and a man cannot live without love, says Max Mueller. To show our love, I now request the President of today's function, Dr. Gopalakrishna Bhatt, to formally welcome the chief guests of today's inaugural function, Dr. Ramakrishna Hegde, the Dean of Srinivas University Institute of Technology, Thank you, sir. Travel light, live light, spread light, be the light, says the Sikh Guru Harbhajan Singh Khalsa. I request all the dignitaries to inaugurate this international conference, RTIMES 25, by lighting the lamp. Kindly rise. There are 2 students standing towards us. gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce a distinguished academician, researcher, and leader, Dr. Ramakrishnan Hegde, the Dean of Srinivas University Institute of Engineering and Technology, SUIET Mukha. Dr. Hegde's academic journey began with a BE in Mechanical Engineering from BEC Bagalkot, followed by an MTech in Heat Power Engineering from KRC Suratpur and a PhD in Heat Transfer from NIT. With over 26 years of experience in teaching, research and administration, Dr. Hegde has made exceptional contributions to the field of thermal engineering and heat transfer. Before entering academia, Dr. Hegde worked as a shift engineer at West Coast Paper Mills in Dundee, gaining valuable industry experience. He joined academia in 1998 and spent 14 years at MS Ramaya Institute of Technology, Bangalore, before moving to Srinivas Institute of Technology, Mangaluru, where he served as head of the Department of Automobile and Modern Engineering from 2013 to 2023. He now serves as the Dean at Srinivas University Institute of Engineering and Technology, Mukha, where he continues to shape the academic future of the institution. Dr. Hegde's research contributions are wide-ranging and globally recognized. He has published over 24 peer-reviewed papers in prestigious journals like Springer, Taylor and Francis, Wiley and Elsevier, focusing on heat transfer, enhancement, critical heat flux phenomenon, and cleaner combustion strategy. He holds an Indian patent for dual swirl pre-combustion chamber design to reduce emissions in IDI diesel engines. His research fundings include significant grants such as the 41 lakh project funded by SERP for investigating heat transfer enhancements. As an educator, Dr. Hegde has authored textbooks on heat and mass transfer, energy engineering, and applied thermodynamics, widely used in academic institutions. His commitment to academic development extends beyond the classroom, having conducted faculty development programs and coordinated numerous seminars, workshops, and conferences. Dr. Hegde has also delivered invited lectures at prominent conferences, chaired sessions at national and international conferences, including at NIT Suratpur and TEI. Dr. Hegde's contributions to industry and academia are complemented in his extensive involvement in various professional bodies. He also holds the certificate as a boiler operation engineer and has been recognized in 2013 edition of Marquez Who's Who. With a passion for advancing engineering education and a commitment to excellence in research and administration, Dr. Hegde continues to inspire and mentor the next generation of engineers. It is my honor to invite our chief guest, Dr. Ramakrishnan Hegde, to share his insights with the esteemed gathering.
The president of today's function, Dr. Gopal Mr. Bhatt, the conference chair, Dr. Shankar, the organizing secretary, Professor Jairam Dubey, head of the departments across various departments, the external participants, and my dear students. It's really a great experience for me to be the part of this fourth version of international conference. The idea was, of course, conceived 4 years back with the sole intention of focusing on quality publications, especially in Scopus indexed conference proceedings or journals, and specifically focusing on the quality projects which are of course done by the students and giving them a platform to not only publish in conference or journal scopus journals, but also opening a window of opportunity to convert their project findings into a product, which is most important. So idea of conducting this conference of course served more than two purposes. As you are aware, right now SIT is publishing on an average around 30 plus scopus indexed papers only from the mechanical, automobile, aeronautical and marine engineering. So this is a great achievement really. Because of course as you are aware, I'm also part of SIT. So 5 years back of course we are struggling to get the documents, especially to present in front of the accrediting agencies like NAC. But the thought process which followed next, especially identifying the weak area in our NAC criterion. So we could focus on this, and as a result we can now see the outcome. So I will never thought that I will be the part of this fourth version. So by chance it has come to me. So I'm really proud to be here on this occasion. Otherwise I would have missed this fourth version. So as Professor Jayaraj pointed out, around 45 papers are being presented, maybe in a hybrid mode, in 6 parallel sessions. Definitely, I wish this should be a real platform for further collaboration, because the keynote address to be followed immediately after this function. So a lot of opportunities which are especially available for the researchers, not only the student researchers but also the faculty members, because nowadays a lot of expectation from the institutions, from the faculty members, as well as contribution into research, funded projects, patents, etc. is considered. So such conferences definitely provide a platform, and with involvement from the experts, not only from India but also from reputed institutions abroad. The thought process again will take you to the next level in terms of collaboration, MOUs, etc. So this is my wish that this platform is properly utilized. And in the coming days, it should not be, because any conference should begin. The next version, number 5, I think it is coming to Automobile and Aeronautical Department again. So they have to, this is my suggestion, they have to start maybe from Sunday itself for the next version of Conference 25-26, that is RTIMES 26. Because the success of any conference is reflected in terms of publications, the participants from across the world, right? But since we know our own constraints here, at least we can focus. So other parts of our nation itself, other states also. So this, of course, needs a lot of time and preparation. And if you have sufficient time for preparation, definitely you can focus on the other states also. The number of participation should increase, because nowadays all the researchers as well as the faculty members, including the students, they are bound to publish in one way or the other. And the demand is again in index journals only, not in just like XYZ type of journals. So whenever we think about the research, the first thing we are going to complain is about the facility that is not available. Okay. But nowadays the time has changed. In any engineering institutions, you have got sufficient infrastructure, minimum facilities are available, and how you use these facilities the best way you can, and at the same time without compromising on the quality of your research, without bothering about, because this is also very essential. Whenever we go for think of researching, we think of much bigger facilities should be available to me, and I will sit in front of such facilities and I will do the research. So remember, such an ideal atmosphere will not be available to everyone and not available for each and every institution. Just be the mechanical engineers are trying to just say now the thought process again, it is totally changed as far as the research is concerned. We know our confined atmosphere, but at the same time, there are instruments available for us, test rigs available for us within our own institutions. It is possible, it is possible. Just I'd like to quote one example, low-cost experimentation. This is very much possible, I will tell you. Just I'd like to give you, because I will take the example of my own research area, critical heat flux. He was reading my biodata, heat transfer. So being the mechanical engineering allied branch students, all of you are aware what is critical heat flux, right? And you have got in the laboratory, definitely in our laboratory, in SIT also, there is one instrument called critical heat flux instrument, right? There is horizontal wire. You are passing the current through it, right? You are heating the element, maybe the tungsten or nickel wire, and you are recording the readings till the failure is going to happen. The wire is breaking out, right? So wire is yielding. That is the point, critical heat flux. Can you think something you can do beyond this? Can you do some research, conduct some experimentation using the same critical heat flux experiment, and at the end of the day could publish a very good paper in Q1, Q2 journals? Is it possible? We are complaining always about the availability, the infrastructure availability, research facility not available. Is it possible? So if you have the will, if you have that dedication, if you have that thinking ability, thinking out of box, it is possible to publish papers even in Q1, Q2 journals using the simplest experiment available in your laboratory. Right? So I will take my own example. What you can do this? To what extent you can go? So you can. This is just like a value addition to the experiment. So instead of simple water, you can use different nanoparticles. Right? So when nanoparticles, you are aware what kind of the advantages the nanoparticles offer. So automatically you are going to, because they have got very high thermal conductivity. Right? So when thermal conductivity, you are talking about thermal conductivity, definitely it is related to heat transfer. Right? So critical heat flux experiment is again connected to heat transfer. The application side, when you come to this experiment, so especially in high pressure boilers, critical pressure, which are operating at critical pressure, because I work as a boiler operation engineer, I am aware. So at what pressure you are running a boiler? So nowadays with modern boilers, it is nearly 221 bar pressure. It is almost, remember, it is the critical pressure of water nearly, right? Fraction, just fraction below. So at this pressure we are operating. So what if the material you are choosing is going to yield or fails? What is the outcome of this? So it is instant death of the laborers which are operating person in the boiler house, right? So in that context, similarly, same situation comes into nuclear power plants also. They are also using very high pressure, operating pressure is very high because of certain advantages they are offering. So such experiments, it is connected application part when you come to the application part. So when you use nanoparticles, definitely these are particles which are of course mixed in water. The basic fluid is water. So when it is very small percentage, maybe 0.01%, 0.02% or 0.001%, this is more than enough to enhance the heat transfer. Remember. Just like that, you cannot leave. Of course, you are conducting the experiment, you are finding out the heat transfer. That is one part. What beyond that you can do? So these nanoparticles are the suspended particles. At the nano level, 10 raised to minus 9 meter level, right? So these particles, when the boiling is happening, in the same simple experimental testing, when boiling is happening, they have got the tendency to adhere to the surface of the wire. So what? So you can study the change in the roughness of the wire. Remember, this roughness and any coating on the surface of the wire, it is again connected to heat transfer. So it will change the critical heat flux to dimensions or dynamics. So this is additional thing you can do. Then we talk about the transient heat conduction, right? We talk about the radiation heat transfer also. So this transient mode is nothing but change of heat transfer with respect to time, right? So this could be part of your project, but using the same simple experimental setup, you can conduct the experiment. Further, what we can do? So when boiling is happening, when you are sleeping, very good experience. When boiling is happening, the bubbles are formed. You know bubbles? Bubbles are formed on the surface, right? When you are boiling water or when you are making tea, on the surface of the vessel, the bubbles continuously emerge from the surface. Then they come to the surface, then they emerge out, they blast or burst, right? So this is the very complex phenomena. Remember, in this pool boiling experimentation. Lot of publications, lot of research, which is research papers or findings which are being presented in conferences across the world is on boiling heat transfer. But of course, they may be having very good facility. What you can do here? So nowadays you are using the cameras, video cameras, right? So of course, in the latest mobile phones, you can have 50 or 60 frames per second, you can capture. So you can capture using your own mobile phone. If not, there are many people who are using the high-speed camera, especially in managed functions, what they are using, they are also high-speed camera. So for one day, you can hire these people. They charge maybe around 3,000 rupees. If you have that something, work on the research part, this is my suggestion. You can capture these bubbles starting from which is generated at the surface of the wire, and by the time it is reaching the surface of water, surface level of water, what kind of transformation or transition is happening with respect to diameter, with respect to the size, with respect to the frequency, etc., etc. Right? So such findings definitely find a place in Q1 and Q2 type of journals. So what I want to convey here is that let us not blame, we don't have this system, that system. Definitely, some of the systems which are very much essential, right? So in terms of testing equipments, which are very much essential, but we have got nearby institutions like NITK for testing facility. But sitting in your own department, using your own instrumental setup, it is possible. We have got n number of opportunities. Please use this concept of low cost instrumentation or experiments. Because this was, of course, I was not aware. Because I started, when I started my PhD work, I started because it was available and there was a lot of constraints, especially financial constraints. But I thought like this, what extent I can proceed further. So the outcome was very good, and this was the outcome. I could publish around 7 to 8 papers in Q1 and Q2. Not only this horizontal, but also I used some vertical combination also, hitting some this. And of course, this thesis, my thesis was evaluated by maybe Professor Siddhini Prabhu. He's a professor, a very well-known professor in IIT Bombay. He was the examiner for me. It was, as I said, coincidentally, he was also using the same concept of low, say, cost exploitation. He used to use, I will tell you, we are using Python, aeronautical, automobile, all engineers, they are aware what is that. What research we can do with that. So he has demonstrated that. He was very happy looking into this low cost experimentation and ultimately the publications. He highly appreciated that. So my message here is, before concluding, facilities are available for aeronautical engineering students. Wind tunnel is here, right? If you make your mind, if you plan properly, you can publish hundreds of papers. Testing facilities are available, right? So please use, this is my suggestion to the faculty members as well as the students of SIT also. Make use of this facility. You can, of course, publish very good papers. Even you can ultimately convert this into very good product. So with this, I thank you again for patient listening. Because usually what happens is during such conferences, the chief guest is supposed to deliver a keynote address. So I didn't prepare, but something came on my mind why I should not speak 5 to 10 minutes on this low cost exploitation. So thank you for giving the opportunity. Wish the organizers all the success in these 2 days of thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful and inspiring address. Next, I invite the President of today's function, Dr. Gopa Mr. Bhatt, Principal in charge and the head of the Department of Chemistry, to please deliver the presidential remarks.
Good morning to all. Good morning. Respected Chief Guest of today's function, Dr. Ramakrishna Hegde, Dean, Srinivas Institute of Engineering, Mukka, Dr. Shankar K.S., Conference Chair, HOD, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Professor Jairam Tumbe, Organizing Secretary of the Conference, HODs of various disciplines, participants, dear student friends. First of all, I would like to congratulate the whole conference team for conducting the 4th conference in our institution. Because this type of conference will give a platform to exhibit the talents of young minds, that is the researchers, the student participants, to bring their ideas in one platform and to discuss the matter in healthy way. Because the students having a lot of opportunity to discuss the ideas in different platforms. In our institution, they are getting the platform to discuss these things in the conference. That is the opportunity of the students they are getting in the site. So, in this aspect, we are conducting the conference in a different stream in our institution in 5 streams. The mechanical stream, they are conducting the conference stream, and the other stream, they are organizing throughout the whole year. And we are organizing the FTP also for updating the knowledge in the recent field. So I congratulate the whole team for bringing this type of conference and giving the opportunity for the participants to execute their talents. In this aspect, we have requested our chief guest, Dr. N. Ramakrishna, to be the part of this conference to grace this occasion. I thank the Dr. Ramakrishna to accepting our invitation and gracing this occasion. Thank you, sir. Dear students, the theoretical aspect what we study here, if you take into the real practical knowledge, I mean the theoretical aspects, if you convert into the practical knowledge, if you change into the new fruits, in the research you have to get the new fruits that already existing fruits, but that if you add the new technology, then we'll get the new idea that if you publish in a good journal, then your work is successful in this field. So, in this aspect, the recent trends in mechanical engineering sciences, the science concepts, if you introduce in technical fields, the technical knowledge, if you put into the practical one, and if you get the new idea, that itself is we are providing the application to the society. So, if you bring such type of knowledge in our institution and in this platform, I think the society also will be helpful. So, I request all the students to bring your project work into the new research area and get the new research work in your fields in future. I wish all the best to the participants in today's in our society and have a healthy discussion and get the new fruit in this conference. So I thank the organizing team to give an opportunity to be part of this conference in the absence of the principal sir who is on official meeting today. So sir has requested to be the part of this function, and the organizing team also requested me to be the part of this function, to preside over the function. So I thank the principal sir and the organizing team to give me opportunity to be the part of this function. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your thoughtful reflections and inspiring words. I would now request thank you, everyone. I now request the President of this function, Dr. Gopal, to please present the memento to our Chief Guest, Dr. Ramakrishna N. Hegde. Thank you so much, sir. G.K. Chesterton once observed, thanks are the highest form of thought, and gratitude is happiness coupled by wonder. To conclude this inaugural function, I now invite the conference chair, Dr. Srinivas, head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, to deliver the closing notes and the vote of thanks.
Namaskar, good morning to one and all. Respected President of today's function, Dr. Gopal, Chief guest, Dr. Ramkrishnan, Organizing Secretary, Dr. Jairam, colleagues, external participants, and dear students. The fourth international conference on recent trends in mechanical engineering science, being organized by the departments of mechanical, marine, automobile, and aeronautical, is an outcome of work of various teams involved, and also is an outcome of the efforts put by the authors who have submitted their papers for the conference. This basically, as our GKS has told, is a initiative which was started way back 2022 and has made it mandatory for all the departments to publish papers. Publication comes once you start involving yourself in the research, and at the student level, instead of starting the research in the final year, now the focus is shifted. We are having the students being made to work from their second year onwards. So eventually we will be having a research attitude which will be bringing out the results. So I would like to place and record the support and the encouragement given by the management for this conference. First of all, I would like to thank our chief guest, Dr. Ramkrishnan. On a short notice, we invited sir to be the part of the inaugural session. In spite of his busy schedule, as all of us know, being part of the private university, we have a lot of issues, the committee meetings and responsibilities. So he has agreed and readily agreed, and he has come here. Not only he has inaugurated, he has given an insight into what can be a low-cost experimentation and the research which can lead to publications. So we would like to thank you on behalf of the organizing team and the institute. And of course, Victor was instrumental in bringing up the first 3 editions of RTIMES, being part of the organizing, being the organizing chair. And he was the one who insisted we have to go for Scopus publication. RTIMES first edition and these 3rd editions were published in AAP conference proceedings only because of sir's insistence and the organizing secretaries. And hopefully this time we are having IOP Science being the publication partner. I would like to thank our president of today's program, Dr. Gopalakrishnan, who has involved himself in the research. And as we know, we the departments, we have the platform, we have the students to bring out research in a maybe structured way. Whereas being part of the basic science, sir has demonstrated how we can have open-ended problems given to the first year students at the first year level, and that can be raised up to research publications, and they have conducted along with the other 4 streams, the basic science, they are also conducting the international conference, and he is the one who has brought out that kind of concept of bringing out research publication from the first year. So sir has presided over this function, and I would like to thank him on behalf of the organization. Dr. Srinivas, our principal sir, is not able to make it to this program due to his preoccupied commitment. It was the IQAC and the principal who made us to work hard to bring out the research culture in the student community. And even for this RTIMES conference, sir has given the full support and the guidance and the directions how it has to be conducted. In his absence, I would like to thank our beloved principal. Next, I would like to thank the external participants, the authors and the contributors to the conference, especially from NIT Surat, we have from Manipal, MIT Manipal, MC Hassan, and Srinivas Institute of Technology, Adia, Sahel Institute of Engineering and Management, and especially Srinivas University Institute of Engineering and Technology, who have contributed in large number. And thanks to all the authors. And also, I'd like to thank our in-house contributors who have submitted their papers and which will be deliberated in the 2 days of the conference. So, a big round of thanks to all the authors. I'd like to thank heads of all departments and my colleagues, the organizing team, who have put a lot in effort to bring this conference into what it is. Thanks to all of my colleagues. A conference will not happen overnight. It's planning which takes at least a semester, and the organizing team led by the organizing secretary, Professor Jairam Dubey, has worked tirelessly. I'd like to congratulate and thank Professor Jairam for taking the initiative for RTIMES-2025. And the efforts put by all the subcommittees of the organizing team. Especially, I would like to place on record the support given by the sponsorship team and the sponsors of the conference. Without their support, it would have been difficult. So, I would like to thank all the sponsors of the conference. Last but not least, I would like to thank all the student participants who are eagerly being part of this inaugural session and also going to witness the keynote addresses today after this session as well as in the afternoon. And I'd like to thank every one of you student friends. Thank you. Finally, I'd like to thank the support staff, the press and media, the team which is working behind in streamlining the program directly, as well as the online sessions which will be happening in the afternoon sessions. I would like to thank the technical team for their support. Finally, I would wish all the participants and the students very good deliberations in these sessions which will be happening parallelly. Also, the keynote speakers will bring out some insight into what mechanical engineering and in general or mechanical sciences in general can aspire in spite of the element of the artificial intelligence or the machine learning. Even the hardcore research is still possible, and we have to focus on that, and that is the ground which we can stand, and we have to add whatever the new technologies so that we can be having a good future. So I wish all the participants good sessions, and thank you everyone for your patience here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. This brings us to the close of the inaugural session, RTIMES 2025. I would request Professor Jairam to please escort the dignitaries of the dais. Right after this, we will have the first keynote address, which will be live streamed from here.